Guys of Reddit, where do you finish after jerking off? Why did the jizz cross the road? I wore the wrong socks today, he said with a grin, as he wiped off his chin. The only reason I am reading this is to check the cleanliness of certain places next time I date a guy. The fact that I saw this one was about to jerk off makes me really uncomfortable. Pile of Kleenex brand tissue neatly stacked sideways LMAO. 53.06849 N, 4.07618 W. Shot glass. OP asks everyone where they finish, but nobody asks OP where they do. Dear OP, where do you come? Usually the same place I started. I'm not a wandering wanker. Out the window. I helicopter at the moment of climax, so everywhere. Tissues and / or I have an old shirt that has had enough semen on it to repopulate the universe. In the toilet where it belongs. Toilet paper THX as Beavis says, TP for my cumhole. Or something like that. Just wait until you get to be my age. 73. I'm almost sure I'm not the only one this age, but jerking off is just a fond memory of where I did it from age 13 to about 18 months ago. To all people who think America is fucked, what one thing would you change to try and fix things? Get rid of the bribery system. Or lobbyist as we call them. Stop letting corporations donate to political campaigns. Actually have Congress vote on items rather than continuously campaign on how they will fight against the other party to save the USA. Down with lobbying and gerrymandering. Publicly funded elections. Ranked choice voting and not letting politicians actively trade stocks. Campaign finance reform. Basically, right now the way things work, corporations or private individuals can start a political action committee, PAC, and donate an unlimited amount of money to it, which can be spent for political advertising, or even paying people connected to campaigns. It's basically a legal way for the super wealthy and large corporations to funnel an unlimited amount of money into politicians' hands. Now technically a PAC is supposed to be independent from a campaign, but there's virtually no rules on what this actually means. If I ran for office, it would be entirely legal for my spouse, sibling, best friend, parent, or child to run the PAC as long as they promised they weren't talking to me about it. There's virtually no enforcement, and if you can't see how obviously rife with corruption this is, then frankly you're lying. In practice, this means corporations and the super rich can pile money into the pockets of politicians and make sure that they always get their way. It's destroying our democracy and one of the main reasons why nothing happens in Washington. The politicians, across the aisle, with very, very few exceptions, are incredibly corrupt. Until we fix this, we won't fix anything else. Climate change? The oil companies will donate enough money, nothing will be done. Privacy rights? The tech companies donate money and nothing will be done. War? PSH, the military-industrial complex didn't even need PACs to get their way, this just makes it easier. Universal healthcare? Insurance companies have and will thwart it every time. Police murdering black and brown people? Police unions also run PACs. Campaign finance reform is the single biggest problem we face because it's at the root of nearly every other problem we face. Ranked choice voting. Let people elect who they want to, not the best chance to win against this person I hate. End number X200B. Edit, I woke up to 98 notifications, and wondered who I'd pissed off. Glad everyone's having a nice conversation in the comments instead. Edit 2, someone gave me gold. I still don't know what that means, but thanks. Edit 3, someone else explained star voting, which seems to fix some of the problems with RCV, so adding that link here. The population needs better education. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Overturn Citizens United. Corporations are not people. Money is not speech. More practical education in public schools, preventive healthcare including but not limited to nutrition and exercise, personal finance, effective communication, and other life skills like personal hygiene, cooking, etc. Stop electing people in their 70s or older to make decisions on the future. They don't give a shit about us or problems that future generations will face they could prevent or at least ease. Strict separation of church and state and business. Tired of politicians taking payment to make stupid decisions. Edit, or a law that anyone involved in politics can make no more than 5x minimum wage from any and all sources. Only way for Congress to give themselves a raise would be to raise minimum wage. Universal healthcare instead of throwing billions and trillions at other countries and pointless wars. What's your comfort series that you watch over and over again? Malcolm in the Middle. When I was in grad school it was House, MD. No matter where I was at, dorm room, library, Memorial Union, if I was writing I also House up on Netflix. During my year and a half I bet I watched that series 5 or 6 times. Such a great show. Stargate SG-1. Over the Garden Wall. Star Trek TNG. Adventure Time. What We Do in the Shadows. SpongeBob. When my dad passed, the last gift I had from him was a huge SpongeBob plushie. I religiously watched the series while trying to cope with my loss. And, as stupid as it sounds, SpongeBob's happiness and dorkiness often took me away from my dark times. He will always be my favorite. Edit, thank you for all the rewards, I didn't expect it to take off like this. SpongeBob for the win. Always follow your heart, unless your heart is bad with directions. The Golden Girls. Removed. Peep Show. The X-Files. Scrubs. Top Gear when it was Clarkson, May, and Hammond. Psych.